It is our last episode for the month of February, and what a love-filled discussion it has been, mga kapaglaw, mga kaibigan. Today, we are very excited to end the month with a much worthy topic.
Yes, Ate Shan, we love youth. Yes, we love the youth. They hold the future to our church and communities. And today, let's talk about how we can reach them and how we can empower them. Also, we are giving you updates on how ADRA responds to the survivors of tropical depression Bashang.
Today, we're sharing real stories, impactful work, and the difference we're making together.
Stories of hope, courage, and community that inspire us to do more, only here on
ADRA TV. Mayong hapon, magandang hapon, good afternoon to everyone that is tuned in right now via television. You are watching ADRA TV, mga kaibigan. We're so happy na pinili nyo po to spend time with us together this afternoon, and we hope na sa pagtatapos ng buwan ng pag-ibig, no? We hope that our conversation will remind you that true love, ang totoong pag-ibig, is not only about romance, mga kaibigan, but also about care, support, and community. Kaya yan, we have to remember that. Di ba, Hazel?
Yes, Ate Shan, before anything else, we would also like to greet our viewers o mga tagapagpanood who are currently watching through their cell phones or iPad right now. Those who are watching through our Facebook pages, Hope Channel South Philippines Facebook page, and our very own ADRA Philippines Facebook page. Ayan, hello po, good afternoon. Please don't forget to share this link, episode link, and also don't forget to engage in the comment section below. React heart, care, sad, or angry, and yes, don't forget once again to share this episode link to your online friends.
Ayun. And for queries, mga kaibigan, kung meron po kayong mga katanungan or gusto nyo pong maging bahagi ng ADRA Philippines through being an ADRA Angel, through being a donor po, ang ADRA Angel is a monthly donor ng ADRA Philippines. If you want to be one of our ADRA Angels, please message us sa aming page, ADRA Philippines, or you can actually call the number that you see on your screens, 0936-305-6362, at mag-uusap po tayo on how you can be on board and be an ADRA Angel. Hazel, naging busy ang week natin last week because we responded sa tropical depression Bashang, no? Especially sa mga naapektuhan nito dito sa Cagayan de Oro City. So, kamusta ang naging experience natin, Haze?
So far naman, Ate Shan, same thing na ating na-experience. So every emergency response, we can really see the camaraderie, the bayanihan between us and our ministry partners, and also how cooperative din ng ating mga community partners.
Ayun. Kaya nga, Hazel, this afternoon po para sa aming mga supporters, para po sa aming mga ADRA Angels, gusto po namin magbigay ng update. So, nung nakaraang, I think 2 weeks ago, we went to Iligan City. Kasi yung naging pinaka-apektado sa tropical depression Bashang ay ang Iligan City at Cagayan de Oro City. So, in Iligan City, nakapag-serve po tayo, nakapagbigay po tayo ng cash assistance worth 1,500 pesos to 500 families. And this week, 120 households naman or families dito sa Cagayan de Oro City. Gusto ko pong magpakita ng mga pictures. I hope you can see this on your screens right now. No? Ito po ang ilan sa ating mga naging community partners or survivors na nakatanggap ng tulong pinansyal. Ayan. Ang tulong pinansyal po ay ating pinapriority para sa mga vulnerable or nasa vulnerable na population, like Hazel, senior citizen.
Yes,
Huh?
PWD, those who belong to yung mga 4Ps, tapos may mga bata, may senior citizen.
Oh, buntis,
Yes.
ayun. Alam naman natin, sa panahon ng disaster, hindi po pantay-pantay ang ating pinagdadaanan. Even before the disaster, there are actually individuals who are struggling already. And how much more if the disaster happens pa. Kaya, sa panahon na ganyan po, pinapriority po natin sila. Kaya wag po magalit yung parang dapat kami din makatanggap. I know po, lahat po tayo nangangailangan. Pero hopefully, matanggap po natin sa ating mga sarili na may mas nangangailangan ng tulong pinansyal. Ayan, ito po, ilan po to sa mga pictures na ating nakuha doon. So we would like to thank Hazel, unang-una sa lahat, ang ating partners kasama ang ADRA International, ADRA Regional Office, Asia Regional Office, ADRA Australia para po sa additional funding. Gusto din po natin pasalamatan ang ating mga partners dito sa Southwestern Philippine Union Conference, North Central Mindanao Conference, and this week na distribution, naging kasama natin ang Tablon SDA Church. Gusto natin pasalamatan si Pastor Gargar, as lang Ma'am Psyche, and also Hope Channel South Philippines. Inano din nila, they also went there para makita and mapakita sa ating mga partners kung anong nangyari. Gusto din natin pasalamatan ang Let's Pray Pilipinas,
Yes.
no? Si ER, si Ryan, si Runji, si Gerson, pumunta po sila doon para mag-offer naman ng prayers para sa ating mga survivors na nasalanta. Hayes, may nakalimutan ba kung dapat natin pasalamatan?
Yes. We would also like to thank our Adventist Community Services na walang sawang tumutulong every time po na tayo ay may mga emergency responses all over the Philippines. Ayun. Thank you po sa inyong invaluable support and steadfast service to the affected communities. Now, Ate Shan, yun ang ating naging update no, sa ating response. So now, let's update also what's happening around no tungkol sa lagay ng panahon. So currently we are experiencing the effects of shear line. So ano ba ang shear line?
Oo, ano ba yung shear line? Hindi na anong bagyo?
Oo,
Hindi
kasi
walang bagyo.
Ako panay ako visit sa DOST no na Facebook page, but there's no LPA na record as of today even. So shear line happens when air and cold air or winds converge. So parang hindi ito familiar na phenomena sa atin, no? Kasi ang alam lang natin agad-agad is typhoon. So yan po ang ating nararanasan at the moment. Kaya po may mga scattered rains, may mga pag-ulan, and then even here in Cagayan de Oro City, napaka-gloomy ng panahon for about almost a week na siguro. So kaya mag-ingat po tayo, stay vigilant kasi may mga instances po na may mga lugar na nagkakaroon na ngayon ng landslide. And even may areas here in Mindanao ang naka-experience po ng pagbaha. So, ayun.
I was able to, a friend of mine, Ate Ivan, she's in Davao City and she shared na marami ng mga roads. Meron ng mga ilang roads na hindi na passable dahil nga gumuho siguro yung lupa dahil po sa pag-ulan. One thing about shear line na na-observe ko, Hazel, hindi naman siya nagdadala ng maraming ulan at one time. Kaya lang ang problema, pakalat-kalat and consistent na sunod-sunod yung ulan talaga for like almost a week non-stop. And that is something na dapat talaga nating be vigilant talaga. Kasi nga, yung pagguho at pagbaha, baka ma-shock lang tayo. Wala namang bagyo, okay lang. Kaya hindi tayo prepared, no? So, thank you, Hazel, for sharing that to our viewers. So, ingat po, mga kaibigan, no? Huwag po tayong maging kumpiyansa. Tingnan po na maging mapagmasid sa ating paligid at prepared po dapat tayo at sa ating mga pamilya. Ayun. Now, Hazel, we want to show a video, 2 videos actually, sa mga naging events natin in response to tropical depression Bashang. The first video is from Hope Channel. North Central Mindanao Conference regarding our sa Iligan City. And the second video is my quiet update naman from the Tablon. Dito naman sa Cagayan de Oro City na emergency response. So mga kaibigan, mga kapaglaom, let's watch this.
Human sa kusog nga paigo sa bagyong Basyang, grabing naapektuhan ang dakbayan sa Iligan. Daghang pamilya ang nawad-an sa panimalay ug naapektuhan usab ang ilang panginabuhian. Aging tubag sa maong sitwasyon, gipahigayon niadtong Pebrero 12, 2026 sa Iligan Central Seventh-day Adventist Church ang distribution sa cash assistance pinagi sa kolaborasyon sa ADRA Philippines, North Central Mindanao Conference Adventist Community Services ug Southwestern Philippine Union Conference. Adunay 500 ka pamilya ang nakadawat sa maong tabang. Cash assistance lamang ang gipahigayon aron makapalit ang mga benepisyaryo sa ilang panginahanglan sama sa pagkaon, tambal ug ban panggamit sa panimalay.
The Adventist Development and Relief Agency ani akaron diri sa Iligan City. Kauban ang Adventist Community Services sa North Central Mindanao Conference para sa paghatod og hinabang ngadto sa mga affected families sa nilabayng tropical storm Basyang. Ang kini nga mga households, ang pagpili nato ani kanila mao ang mga naay membro nga vulnerable or katong mga PWDs, mga senior citizens, buntis, naay mga gagmayng kabataan nag-edad 5 years old pababa. So mao gyud ni sila ang atong ginapangita, no? Ang atong ADRA, regardless of religion, no, ma-Muslim, ma-Adventist, ma-Catholic or anything, as long as sulod ikaw sa maong kriteria, andam ang maong ahensya kauban sa atong Seventh-day Adventist Church sa pagtabang sa maong pamilya.
Aniya dinhi inyo makita maigsoon ang mga katawhan. Kauban nato dinhi ang Hope Channel ug uban pang nga mga crew. Labi na gyud ang mga volunteers sa ADRA nga sila malipayon sa pagserbisyo nga ang tanang mga katawan makahimo sa pagdawat niini sumala gayud sa mga proseso nga gihatag kanato gikan sa ADRA Philippines. Salamat kayo nga diin ang Ginoo nakig-uban kanato nga wala kay kamatayon nga diin eksperyensyahan dinhi sa Iligan City ug kauban dinhi ang mga kaigsunan ug ang mga elders, ang mga volunteers nga naghimo sila usab sa ilang panahon nga makahimo sa pagserbisyo gayud. Ato pasalamatan Ginoo nga siya nakig-uban kanato naghatag sa maayo nga panahon nga din ang ato pag-distribute sa cash gift nagmalampuson o magmalampuson pinagayod sa tabang sa Ginoo.
Samtang nagpadayon ang rehabilitasyon sa apektadong lugar sa Iligan, nagpadayon usab ang panawagan sa pagtinabangay ug panaghiusa. Ang inisyatibo sa ADRA nagpamatuod nga bisan pa sa kalamidad, ang paglaom ug kaluoy nagpabiling buhi sa komunidad. Gikan dinhi sa Iligan, kini si kapaglaom Jyrene de la Serna alang sa Mispal Live News and Commentary.
Hello po, hindi pa tayo tapos. Tropical depression did not just hit Iligan City, but Cagayan de Oro City as well. So right now, we are here in Tablon SDA Church, and we are also providing cash assistance para sa mga pamilya na naapektuhan ng tropical depression Basyang. So we would like to thank everyone that donated. We'd like to mention ADRA International, ADRA Asia, ADRA Australia for the additional funding, our ADRA Angels, our partners from Southwestern Philippine Union Conference, North Central Mindanao Conference, and we'd like to mention as well Mas Amigos. Maraming salamat po sa nag-donate, nag-volunteer, at patuloy na sumusuporta. Hopefully by now, our survivors know that they are not alone, and we hope na in the near future, makakabangon na po sila. Maraming salamat sa lahat.
Ayun, yun po ang naging ating update sa ating recent responses in Iligan and in Tablon. So once again, nagpapasalamat po kami sa ating mga ministry partners for making this response possible. So now, Ate Shan, let us introduce, no? Introduce na natin agad-agad ang ating guest speaker for this afternoon. So once again, our esteemed guest speaker this afternoon is commonly called as PJ. This psychologist and psychometrician is passionate about empowering others through mental wellness. PJ combines expertise as a training specialist and psychologist to inspire growth and resilience through learning and development. She specializes in counseling, psychotherapy, community-based mental health and wellness instructional design. So once again, mga kapaglaom, and to our viewers, we welcome once again Miss Princess Jane Kahig Basilyada, Training Specialist 2 from DSWD, Caraga Region.
Hi, she's live via Zoom meeting.
Yes.
No?
Hi, hi everyone. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Miss PJ.
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
We're so
good.
happy to have you again.
How are you guys?
Yes. Maulan din ba dyan sa Caraga, PJ?
Very.
Kamusta
Nararamdaman
naman?
ang sa sheer line.
Yes, so yun si sheer line. Now, PJ, this afternoon, it's actually wrapping up our February discussion kasi we talked about love and we wanted to hopefully send a strong message to our young people. Alam mo, Paige, I believe just this week or the other week, naging viral siya sa Facebook, no? There was kaya may hugot talaga ang episode na to, PJ. The title of our episode is I Love Youth. Hindi lang love you, but love youth. There was this 17-year-old girl who decided to, who took her life. I don't know if ano ang naging full story, but she jumped off the bridge, one of the bridges dito sa Bukidnon. So it's so painful to see because the videos actually being going around. And so, Paige, it's so painful. No, kaya this afternoon, we want to discuss with you, paano ba? Kasi parang may mga naging haka-haka yung ng story ng a girl who jumped off. I mean, it may not be about her story, pero talaga bang one of the major, yung parang nagiging problem na young people ay love?
Yeah, I've also read about that news in the media. Let's have a disclaimer. No, we will be talking about suicide case. So it could trigger many viewers. So please, for your discretion. This cases, it's not new. It has been happening many cases for every year, no, since the pandemic. So we cannot really single out one reason that it is only love, breakups. Usually yan kasi ang ginagamit natin na reason eh. Kasi ginawa niya to because nag-break, something like that, or there is a relationship problem. It is complex, so it has biopsychosocial factors, but we cannot also discount that relationship conflicts are really a big factor in terms of cases like this.
Ayun. So that's why, hopefully, di ba last week, Peach, we talked about boundaries.
Yeah.
And then today, we'll be talking about naman love and how to, help our young people navigate their relationships. To me, with everything that is happening right now in sa life ng young people, if there's one viewer right now, who might need to hear this, that's a big na talaga for our program and with PJ. Now, Paige, one of my questions here is, paano ba in a adolescence or in a teenager's perspective, how can he or she distinguish yung love ba to or pressure or fear of being alone lang? Kaya ba nilang mag-distinguish na?
Yeah, adolescents, yung tinatawag ni Erickson during this time is they are in the crisis of identity, role confusion. So this is a period of trial and error. So very heightened ang emotion and very important sa kanila yung being able to be accepted by their peers. No, hindi na siya more on parents eh. Doon na sila nakikibagay sa peers. So, can they distinguish? Yes, but with guidance, of course, no? With people that, their support system. So, the difference lang that we can teach our young people is that real love is being able to connect with others, but at the same time, while remaining your sense of self. So if along the relationship, or you call this love, but then you lose your sense of self, wala ka ng time for yourself, wala ka ng hobbies on your own, you don't know yourself apart from that relationship, I think that's something that we need to question or inquire more about.
Ayun.
Yes.
So, yung sinabi ni PJ, with the guidance.
Yes,
No? With
true.
guidance talaga. Kasi yung parang in-establish talaga ni PJ na nasa stage sila where yung the emotions, no? And then also, di ba, PJ, yung prefrontal cortex,
not
the
yet
part,
developed.
yes, the part of the brain in charge of critical thinking, analysis is not yet fully developed. So, we just have to face the fact that they are not capable at some point to be able to analyze na ito na, real love na to, mother, ito na, ibigay ko na lahat. So, kaya nga, hopefully, to our young people that's listening out there, hopefully naman, you'd listen. No? Sana.
Just strike a balance.
Yeah.
Oo. Kasi I think sa ganyang stage, especially sa mga teenagers, Ate Shano, I think experience mo rin to, and also Miss PJ.
Yun
No?
na, mga experience na.
I mean, for me, most of my reckless decisions
Yes.
happen during those times. So, it's really important na may guidance talaga ang mga batang to.
Yun.
So, yun. Another question, Miss PJ. What responsibilities come with romantic relationships, especially at a young age?
Yung papasok.
Ay, napakaraming responsibility. Even us adults, when we enter into these relationships, we say romantic relationships, ang daming considerations. Kailangan talaga siya ng strong brain cells, di ba? So, especially, how much more for teens during this time na I remember, sabi ni Miss Hazel, I remember talaga when I was bata-bata pa, teens, no? Ah, ang ang messy ng emotions ko. Sometimes when my parents will scold me, I take it really deeply, something like that. But you also just look out on yourself, what you need, what you want, something like that. So, it's really important. The responsibility when entering a romantic relationship is to have an emotional stability. You need to first really know how to manage your emotions before attaching your emotions into someone else. Tapos yung inattach mo pa, confused pa sa emotions nila. No? So, you will be left confused din. Diba? So, you have experiences like that, guys.
Ako naman yung ma-remember ko lang age is every month, iba yung crush ko. Kaya when you say messy, ang messy pala talaga. Kasi one thing about relationships ay commitment. Di ba? Kaya when you enter into a relationship, may commitment na nakakabit na this person only. Oo. Pero nung high school ako, pag cute.
Mas maganda yung crush kasi walang commitment.
Kasi actually, I had my first relationship, 25 na ako kasi yung papa ko very strict, no? Kaya na-appreciate ko yung some point na yung father ko was really na sabi niya, wag muna. Kasi nga, sabi ni Hazel, messy. Paano ka makakamit if at that time hindi mo pa regulated, no? Example, cute nga siya, pero you should not do something about that attraction kasi committed ka sa isa. Paano chinat mo yun, diniem mo sa Instagram, tapos iba yung sa Facebook, tapos iba yung sa TikTok, Hazel? So, ano nga siya, messy nga talaga naman siya.
For me, around this age, it's important talaga, you choose people na good yung influence. No? Kasi, I remember when I was younger, parang hindi pa naman ako nakaka-decide for myself.
True.
So, parang I just observe anong nasa palibot ko or sa environment. For instance, usually yung mga naging kaibigan ko is not, they don't center themselves around men. So, or boys. So, parang ganun rin yung, when I was younger, parang nahawa rin ako sa mindset na ganun. So, I think for me, for those teenagers who are watching, it's really true, no? Kapag talaga, you choose your friends wisely. Kasi, I remember my teacher said before, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Parang na-trauma ako doon sa... Kaya I assess, ano bang klaseng mga kaibigan meron ako?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Sa lahat ng nanonood, please, assess tayo sa mga friends natin, to our teenagers.
Yes. Kasi easily influenced tayo during these times eh.
Ayun. Kung hindi naman siguro sa direct personal relationship, yung mga pinapanood natin, no, who we follow and influence to. So, Paige, this is a question na parang to me is important too. I want to know your answer about this. Kasi nga, I live in a new place ngayon. Isang barangay siya, pero still here in Cagayan de Oro City. But alam mo, Paige, yung mga nabuntis ako, di ba, last year, yung mga kasama kong buntis, ako 30 years old, yung mga edad nila is nasa 17 and 18. I was thinking na nung we're past through that na. Yung Pilipinas is, nag-shift na siguro. So, akala ko wala ng mga pregnancy among adolescents or teenage pregnancy. I was thinking, pero na-shock ako, Paige, yung mga kasamahan ko, mga high schooler pa. So, ganito ba sa relationships? So, how can our teens that are watching right now, our parents, protect their future and well-being while navigating feelings of love and attraction?
Yeah. Teenage pregnancy, tumataas din yung cases, no? Although complex issue kasi siya eh. Product siya ng poverty and many societal issues and family conflicts. But on a general, how can teens protect their future and well-being while, of course, normal naman na they navigate love and relationships? Kasi, as I mentioned earlier, adolescents during this time, teens, they are in the trial and error. So, experimental sila. They try out new things and beliefs, and they try out, sabi nga ni Miss Hazel, this is when maraming, reckless na mga decisions, impulsive decisions. Although, we allow them to explore, kasi that is how we find our identity. But for our teens, it is also important that while we do our trial and error, while we experiment, choose the experiments that are much safer, that it will not affect you in the long term. So, ito bang gagawin ko? Let's not just see what its effects on the present, but the future that you have, mga 5 years, 10 years from now, something like that.
Ayun, kailangan talaga siya. Kaya lang, Paige, paano if walang long-term vision yung young person? Paano ba natin matutulungan? Kasi to me, baka gusto nilang mag-finish muna ng school, ganon. Or siguro kasi 30 nga, nahirapan ako ng isa pang anak ko, no? The financial obligations na we have to be independent and not ask from parents and all. How much more to teenagers, and especially sila din, they're growing up pa. Paano ba mag-guide yung young person to look in the future din? Oo, yung may vision din.
Yeah, it comes with awareness talaga, Tashan. So, that's why we need the help of our elderlies, no, mentors, parents. Yun sabi ni Miss Hazel, find a good friends that you, if you surround yourself with friends who have vision in the future, it will really affect you. And also, reminder that we will enter relationships not for and not because of deprivation, like we need something, we fear being alone, but we enter relationships for fulfillment. There is a purpose, no, and ano siya, deliberate choice. I will enter this relationship. Anong purpose? Okay, because relationships are good for character building. No, it helps us grow. But are you ready for the responsibility? And you need to be aware, but with so many things your social responsibility, sexual responsibility, anong mga effects, no? And many more. So it really needs it's not a one man, mission. It takes a village, no? So from the parents, from the household, from the community, from the churches, no? In guiding our young people.
I just wanna know your thoughts kasi you brought up kasi topic on teenage pregnancy and also Miss PJ also mentioned about the sexual responsibilities of being in a relationship. What's your take on paano ba natin tuturuan yung mga let's say teenagers or mga young people, no? Do we have to be upfront about the realities of being in a relationship, particularly on the sexual
Sexual,
part? Kasi let's be real, kahit yung mga elderly natin, minsan kasi they parang di
Tabu,
avoid.
tabu
Yeah,
topic
it's
pa.
very tabooish pa in a way even now, right? So on my end, even I studied in a public school, but parang wala namang education about that. I already learned about that through my own self education, and also sa college ko na na learn about the realities of what's in being in a relationship, the sexual responsibility. So anong take nyo ba? Dalawa, Miss Peach. Ikaw, Tishan, you can also share, and Miss Peach. Do you have to be upfront? Kasi tendencies are parang sugarcoat pa rin natin yung realities.
Page.
Yeah, very essential siya. Sexual education. Although there is a kanang carefulness on that part, but there are many more benefits when we are being upfront to our children when it comes to naming our private parts. What is the effect when there is in sexual intercourse? Kasi asa nila makukuha yung mga information na yan from social media, which is it's very highly romanticized. And so as a parent, as of course we cannot really push the parents, no, because of the traditions they grew up not comfortable talking about that. So yeah, I think it's very important that we educate our children on sexual responsibilities like that. It will protect them in their relationships, and at the same time any possible abuse in the future.
Ayun, I agree with yung spa, sabi na we have to talk about it na. Kahit PJ mentioned about sa children, 'di ba may anak ako. Hugot ko 'yan eh. That's something talaga na though my parents parented me with the best that they can, no? But I really hoped and wished that they were educated on that part and they could have transferred that knowledge to us three children. But since tapos na yon, we can move past through that and I can learn from that. So ito yung parang naging ko sa anak ko naman. I have to teach him yun sabi niyo, the body parts and what's safe and what's not safe. But kasi parang you cannot detach sexual relationship with the word relationship. So I want my child to be yung parang upfront din siya, Mommy, alam mo, Mommy, ganito, I have this feeling about this girl. That's something that I really hope and I'm really praying na yung anak ko would be really confident to come to me and just express. Kasi nga, they're still figuring out, diba? So I hope na sabihan niya, Mami, ito yung feelings ko. Kasi hormonals pa, diba? They get attraction, they get this. What do you think about this? But I think in schools, in our churches, we have to talk about it na. And I believe there is right way of educating it as well compared to yung parang inaano din kasi sinesensationalize din kasi yung sex education no on the other end. So I hope for our parents that are listening right now, we have to ask the Lord to help us because it is happening. It will happen and it's all over social media. So sino pa bang magtuturo? So tayo na dapat.
Yes.
Did our answers, ano ba, Hayes? How about you? How about your take?
Well, I think I have different views kasi din naman. I grew up parang during my high school and college years, I'm more on the liberal side of it. So I really want to be upfront also.
Yeah.
Like, I wanna, yun nga, parang I don't wanna sugarcoat or hide anything. If ever I'll have a kid, no? Ganito talaga nangyayari kapag
True.
you will engage to this, to that. So, yun.
Ayun. Siguro the ano is, pakatotoo. No? Yung, we have to, take this subject, to me, prayerfully, no? Scientifically. And rationally. Ayun. Thank you, Hayes. Now, we have a next question. What if na unexpected pregnancy na, Miss PJ? Is it the end of the world na ba?
Yun, very, shocking yan, no? Not just for the family, but for the teenage alone. So, very shocking and so emotional effects yan. There is a shock, there is guilt, there is some regrets, no? And then they will they look towards the future. Hala, hopeless na to. I'm all alone. I'm screwed. No, something like that. And if our teens do not have a safe space to tell these things, they will navigate it alone, and we don't know in what ways they will cope with that. No, so it's very important that there is a person, a parent, someone that our young people can really go to and without shame, being able to express their problems as a whole.
Ayun. So, safe space pa din. At the end of the day, alam mo may ganyan din experience, diba? I've mentioned na may mga kasabayan akong nanganak, mga teenagers. I really want to reach out to them and yung mga baby things ko nga is I'm keeping it na and I'm planning to I have it na in a bag and give it to them because I don't want them to feel like, oh, it's the end of the world. Wala na. No, they can be a mother. It will be harder, of course, but there's still a future, no, that they can look forward to para naman sa kanila.
Ayun. So, let's proceed, Miss Paige, sa next question. What warning signs or ano bang mga senyalis, Miss PJ, should friends and family watch for when a young person is overwhelmed or parang nawawalan ng pag-asa?
Yeah. People, or especially teens, when they are in the hopelessness state, there is only, according to statistics, only 2% really reach out for help.
2%.
So, yeah, very, very, very low. So, our job really is to look out people who are having the signs. So what are the signs that a person or a young person is experiencing hopelessness, no? Para maagapan natin and mabigyan ng support. So there are 3 ways to see. One is the thoughts. What are they thinking? What are they talking about? And what are they behaving? So if magsa-start na ng talking about hopelessness, I'm worthless, I feel like I'm a burden. Although generally, sinasabi naman natin to if especially if we're overwhelmed with stress. So it's important that if a person really talks about it, we really sit down with them and listen to them, no, deeply. Kahit how trivial you would think that problem would be. And behavioral, if nagsa-start na ng ano, giving away items, yan yung mga naghahabili na, no? Uy, yung motor ko, kay ano na ha. No, so something like that, that's a very warning sign that a person is thinking about ending their lives, no? Or isolating, withdrawing, or there is also instances when for a long period of time they're very isolated, they're very withdrawn, and then you would wonder because one day they would show up, they're so happy, they're so manic, and then um they show that they are okay, but really that's really a warning sign. So we need to check up on them, ask how they are really, no? So how are you? How are you really? And help them to be able to express what they are going through. So that can really help in looking out the signs of people experiencing hopelessness.
Yun. I think, Ate Shan, it also, parang it's a reflection din, no, of Asian family dynamics. No? I think
Yeah.
growing up, parang hindi naman siguro lahat, but parang tinuruan kasi tayo na to be, parang toughen up ba? Parang there should be emotional restraint, parang we live in a
Yeah.
culture, family culture na very high endurance, dapat matiisin. That's why siguro yung ibang generation, no, hindi masyado marunong mag-open up. So I think that's the...
And then also, 'di ba, sa family naman, children learns best when they imitate or when they mimic. Parang hindi, as you've mentioned, most Asian siguro homes, hindi masyado expressive, no? Yung parang hindi pinapag-usapan yung mga feelings, yung mga failures, yung mga sadness, yung parang pinaka-importante kasi, I don't know, in this generation, parang mabuhay lang tayo, makakain tayo 3 times a day, ox na, no? Parang go na, this is ano na, living na. But, yun, kaya nga siguro our parents, siguro they were cramped up to yung financial obligations nila. But to me, it's really important for parents to be vulnerable, to be an example for that their children, they'd want to express as well, di ba? Kasi nga, ganun, it will take, di ba? Parang ma-vulnerable. Siguro yung parents natin, sila yung nag-toughen up talaga. Yung parang tiis.
Yeah.
Paige, you have something to add?
I have talked with several young people, and at the end of our session, it would always and always, I would my realization is, these problems would not be a problem if they can safely talk to their parents, because one thing that they always, I mean, common to them is that sasabihin nila, I don't want to be a burden to my parents, or aside from I don't feel safe because they were criticized before from being weak. Second is they don't want to add more burden to their parents because they are seeing their parents that they're struggling already financially and providing for the family. So, and then there is no communication, a time where they can talk about their feelings. Although this is very Asian Filipino family, traditional Filipino family. So it's hard to break into that kanang tradition.
Mold,
But yeah, it really save a lot of young people if we have conversations inside our homes.
Alam mo, my husband, yung parents niya, their family dynamic, medyo American. Kasi nga, sa school setting. So, medyo parang yun yung setup na very expressive. So, we live in a parang compound. So, by mga kainan, gano'n. May mga family meetings. Gano'n. May mga family meetings. Si mommy talaga yung nagdili, my mother-in-law. And then I really appreciate how everybody can express how they're feeling. Yung mga bickering nila as magkapatid, pinapag-usapan, why you reacted this way, ganun kasi parang I feel uncomfortable with that setup. Hindi ako sanay to show my feelings and all. Pero may one time talaga na iyak ako kasi kasi na-learn ko na I have to be vulnerable. But they listened to me and I heard no judgments at all. So that's something na I hope I can recreate in my own home. Na I'm thankful for that I'm experiencing it now. It's a blessing to be able to say and speak.
How was your process at the Shan? I mean, growing up from different culture, something like that.
Ano siya, parang, kasi nga my father is, parang both my parents are, hindi talaga siya ganun yung naging practice, di ba?
Yeah.
So, I had to take it all in. And it's very true yung sinabi mo, I don't want to add burden na. Kaya sanay ako kaya si Hazel yung nagtuturo sa akin na hindi mo dapat kainin lahat. Kaya si Hazel yung nagtuturo na, hindi pala kailan. Alam mo, Peach, just recently, I had to learn how to express and build boundaries and all. Mahirap po talaga siya, promise. It's so hard na iiyak ako. I mean, I always cry to God about it, about how to do this right with my own family sa side ng parents ko. But hindi pa siya, but it's happening. It's happening. It's so hard, but it's possible naman. Kasi ayaw mo din ma-reject, di ba? Ayaw mo din naman But I'm just so thankful na I'm in the phase na I can create this hopefully in my own home. Kasi nga may baby na ako and I have a small family. So siya, pero mahirap po talaga siya. But kaya nga ito yung next question, Pidge. Dito na siguro tayo sa families. How can we create safe spaces for our teens so that they can ask help without shame? Saan ba magsa-start? Like for a parent who really is walang express, tapos sabi niya, hindi na to tama kasi marami ng mga kabataan talaga who's really struggling with mental health. So, saan ba dapat magsimula? As a parent.
Ang hirap. Kasi me too, also traditional family. Although ngayon, ginagawa talaga namin yearly, every Christmas and New Year, dyan kami nag-gather and try to keep up or catch up with everyone's business. But yeah, I think it's a helpful, at least one change of the pattern, no? Hindi naman siya drastic. Okay, guys. Let's
Express agad.
let's express. Yun, culture shock, lahat yun. Yeah, so how can we give a safe space? There are many parents who would always ask na, bakit yung mga anak ko, they don't really tell me what's wrong? Why are they silent and why they can't speak up? Because one thing, ang hirap talaga mag-speak up, no? Based from experience. So, one thing is to reflect, introspect, listen in the way that others would love to speak. So we try our best that if we listen, we don't go into our expert mode and parent mode. Although you're a parent, you're guide mode, but especially in the few or the first moments of sharing, that's the most vulnerable, no? It takes so much courage for a person to open up at least a little bit into how they are. So we meet them with kindness. So we practice active listening. Ang hirap noon talaga kasi we grew up na we wanted to advise we want to fix everything now, but listening can help. At the same time, it starts with little moments in our homes, when they share something, put everything down and listen to them 100%. No? Or if you're doing something, tell them that you would attend to them later and really um, fulfill the promise. No, so we gain trust. Trust is not really big in an instant. Trust is gained by fulfilling little promises, small promises, and listening to them even into the smallest cares of their lives. So that's one thing how we can create a safe space and be intentional in making time for your kids and your family, something like that. And in our communities, we continue to raise awareness, provide help where children or where young people can go to when they are overwhelmed, especially kasi ang hirap pa i-change ng tradition in the family. So, what support can we give? In the churches, siguro it's time that we don't over romanticize perfectionism, because perfectionism is self-hatred, uh, as as a person, no, as a human, because if we expect our kids to be perfect, we are expecting them to hate themselves because they are really imperfect. No, we are really imperfect. Something like that. So, it's a um team effort, no, in the family, in the community, in the churches. So that would be for me. How about you?
Yung sabi, ako din, Peach, magsa-start talaga siya sa active listening. Yung being able to, give ears to ano yung sinasabi ng anak mo. And yung sa part na, may times kasi na, kami nga, yung parang, mas mahirap pa, parang pabigatan ng problema.
OG,
Comparing na.
Oo, so parang, okay, sige ma, mas mabigat yung problema mo, so wag na lang. Next time na lang. So I hope our parents would, yung parang unload, and not direct yung spotlight sa kanilang own story, but to their child's story, no? So, it will start with that. Listening talaga is very, very, very powerful. Haze?
I mean, all in all, no, sa lahat na sinabi ni Miss PJ, mahirap talaga i-break ang cycle. No, yung mga mga not helpful na mga old traditions, mahirap siya alis sa ating genes. No? And also, mahirap din magsimula ng bagong tradition. But hopefully, no, in little small ways, kahit one lang per year, no, I think it will make a great change.
Imagine mo na lang yung mga granddaughter mo someday. Ano na sila? I speak about my feelings.
Yes, wala na akong inner child na ihihilig. So now, Miss PJ, for our last question. If a young person feels trapped by a mistake or situation, what hopeful message would you want them to hear today?
Wow. If a person, if you watching right now is experiencing hopelessness, you could feel like this is the end of the world, that this is permanent. But we assure you, or we will tell you that there are people who are willing to listen to your stories, and that you are not a burden, and that your voice, no matter how you feel trivial, your problems are, you are heard, and there is always someone who is willing to listen to you. So it may feel like permanent right now, but later on, when you work things out and you express it with someone else, and with the guidance of the people that you love, who loves you, you will be able to get through this through proper support. No? So just what do you call this one? Go to the people that you are safe to talk to and ask for support, because asking support is never a weakness. It's a sign of your courage and bravery. So there is more to you in the future that you will be excited to unfold, no, when you do not give up now.
Talaga, no? Thank you so much. Thank you very much, PJ, for your time. We really value what you have to say about these certain topics, no? And we hope in the future we still get to talk to you here on
Thank
ADRA
you.
TV. Maraming salamat. Like to say thank you also to your husband. I'm sure he is your mental health, psychological first aid facilitator din. God bless at work and hope to see you around very soon. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
PJ.
Bye-bye.
Ayun. PJ po is a psychologist. She is also a registered psychometrician and she is a training specialist to sa DSWD, Department of Social Welfare and ano bang next? Basta DSWD. Mga kaibigan, ayun, maraming salamat po to everyone that watched today's topic. One thing I've learned, I would just like to very quickly lang, no? Jesus in the storm, kasi yung anak ko may story kami. Jesus is in the storm. If you are going through grabe, wavy, with all the waves, with all the problems that you have right now, I hope you, by faith, you believe that He is with you. And then after, the storm will come down. No? Wala naman pong bagyo na 365 days, no? Minsan mga 1 day, 2 days, nahuhupa din siya. So sa bawat bagyo sa ating buhay, matatapos din. So we're praying for you. Reach out to us. You can actually reach out to us and we hope to link you to people that can actually help and support you. Praying for you. Haze?
Yes, so my takeaway naman this episode is love is not just personal but communal. So it is not something that we express and feel in private relationships, but also love is lived out within a community. So ayun, as we close today's episode, we extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who joined us today, our viewers, partners, volunteers, and supporters.
And yes, we would like also to recognize and thank our ADRA family, our dedicated co-workers, project teams, field staff across the country. Your commitment, passion, and hard work make this mission possible every day. Maraming salamat din po sa Hope Channel, South Philippines, and sa lahat po that's working behind the scenes. And we hope to see you again next week, Monday, 5 to 6 p.m. dito lang sa ADRA TV, where hope is put into action. O, diba?